Hi everyone, and welcome to the Tesla Economist. Please hit the thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Let's try and estimate how many cars Tesla will do from Shanghai this quarter. I created a row for all the Model 3s produced in Shanghai, and then another row for the actual number of cars that are sold in China. As you can see, there's a large discrepancy between these two numbers. I assume this is due to Model 3s being made in China and then being sent out to other Asian countries like South Korea. However, in October, they started exporting 7,000 Model 3s to Europe. I was only able to find the numbers sold in China for November, not the number they actually produced, but they sold 21,604, and that was a 78% increase from sales in October in China. Tesla have said their capacity is 300,000 for Shanghai Model 3, which is only 25,000 a month. So how can they jump from 12,000, 18,000 to 22,000 and then immediately plateau at 25,000? Maybe they can even achieve 24,000 and 26,000 in December, going by that rate. Anyway, let's assume they max out at 25,000 and they're getting quite close to this stage. So I've estimated November to be 23,000 and December to 24,000. Now we have an estimate for Shanghai numbers. We need to work out Fremont. Now, as you may recall, Tesla failed to deliver all their cars last quarter. They produced 145,036 cars, but only 139,300 actually got delivered, which leaves a discrepancy of 5,736 more cars. That could effectively add to the deliveries for this quarter. It's been hard to get a good estimate for Fremont due to the factory being closed for so long and it affecting production. So let's explore a few ways we could arrive at an estimate. At the end of the day, all analysts are dealing with the same data. It's using the right common sense to try and draw inferences that make the difference. If we take Q4 2019, in other words, the same quarter this time last year, then we have 112,095 deliveries from Fremont. So if we added our Shanghai estimate onto that, along with the undelivered cars from last quarter, we'd have a total of 187,123 deliveries. So that's one way of reaching estimates. Let's try another way. In Q3, Shanghai did 42,046 cars. This quarter, I estimated 69,292 from numbers we saw before, with a total deliveries of 139,594 from last quarter. That would mean that 97,548 came from Fremont. At that rate, added to our Shanghai estimate here, then we would add these together. That would be about 166,000 plus the other deliveries from last quarter would be about 172,000 deliveries. However, this last quarter, Tesla only delivered around 34,000 Model Ys, up from about 15,000 the previous quarter. So the big question is, how much were Tesla able to ramp up Model Y this quarter? So if Tesla just improved their Model Y production to 55,000 next quarter at Fremont and kept their current Model 3 level, then that would give them an estimated delivery number of Model 3s of 47,954, just the same as last quarter. I achieved that number because there was a total of 90,000 Model 3 sales, and we had 42,000 of them in Shanghai, and that would leave 47,000 in Fremont. When they were ramping up Model 3 in Fremont, they went from 8,000 to 18,000 to 55,000 deliveries in consecutive quarters. Right now, we have 15,000 to 34,000 in Fremont for the Model Y so far. So is 55,000 acceptable to assume? That would take the total to 120,954 deliveries, which is only a 9.3% increase from the same quarter this time last year. Bear in mind the improvements since then, not to mention the Giga press. So that would give total deliveries estimate of 195,982 cars. Going by our previous estimate, I would place my deliveries estimate for the quarter in a range of 185,000 to 195,000 within one standard deviation. Tesla's main target is 500,000 for the year. They've delivered around 319,000 so far, so they will need around 181,000 to achieve that. This was their target pre-COVID, so if they can achieve that, it's amazing, and looks likely to me. But if they're on nearly 200,000 now, that's an annual run rate of 800,000 already, which is next year's target. Except next year, Model Y at Fremont will be ramped up, Model Y in Shanghai will start to ramp up. Oh, and Texas and Berlin are coming online. But I'll save my 2021 predictions for another time. Also, I did think that leap in deliveries for October of around 12,000 to November of over 21,000, or a 78% increase in Chinese cars sold, was huge. And there may be a similar leap in extra cars produced in Shanghai, but we don't seem to have any of the data for that to find out. And maybe it's possible that with the creation of the Giga press, suddenly they're able to beat their 300,000 capacity and maybe hit more like 30,000 in December. As you may have seen in some of my other videos, I'm also a Tesla derivatives trader. This would be the usual time where I would assign probabilities to outcomes to calculate whether the reward outweighed the risk. If so, I would buy some call options. I give a 65% chance that there will be 180,000 deliveries, 50% chance that they beat 185,000 deliveries, and a 15 to 20% chance that they'll beat 200,000. Even at 200,000, it would barely move the needle 10%, so that would be around a 1 in 5 chance of doubling my money. These are not great odds, so I will not be trading this round. Of course, this is according to my very conservative weighting and is all highly subjective. So we look forward to hearing the delivery numbers in the first week of January, and we can see how close I came. Okay, everyone, thanks for listening, hit the thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe.